Hey guys, welcome to the Las Vegas Connection podcast. I'm Bart Torres. We've got an incredible show, big buzz out there. Everyone's been asking, from SoCal to Vegas to all other places where the NFL is loved and revered. The big question, are the Raiders really coming to Las Vegas? Well, tonight we're going to get the perspectives of two gentlemen that are experts in their fields. First of all, we have Tony Cordasco here tonight, broadcasting icon. You've heard him on ESPN. He does the play-by-play for UNLV. For not only their football, also their basketball, but he's also a UNLV alumni. So we have Tony Cordasco here. Also tonight, we have Reggie Burton here as well. Now, Reggie's a long-time, very well-respected executive here in Las Vegas. He's worked in that capacity for some of the top resorts in town. Now he's at the helm of his own company, Reggie Burton Communications, and Reggie is also the former PR man for the San Diego Chargers. So we've got Reggie Burton and Tony Cordasco coming your way in just a few moments. Also tonight, pools in Vegas, huh? Great timing. It's getting hot out there. We're going to give you the scoop on the best pools in all of Las Vegas for the family, as well as adults-only pools that are topless optional. And we have all the showroom information on the best shows, too. And, almost forgot, we have more wise guy fairy tales. Nursery rhymes. Fairy tales, nursery rhymes. I'm getting, they're waving at me. They're the same, aren't they? Anyway, we have wise guy nursery rhymes with the De Niro guy, so it's all coming your way. Keep it right here. You found the Las Vegas Connection. I'm Bart Torres on the Highway Vibe.
Hey, y'all, it's Whoopi Goldberg. I'm hanging out with my friend Bart Torres right here on the Vegas Connection. Check it out.
Right now, we're going to go to our very special guest. The big question, and a lot of people in SoCal are following this, is are the Raiders really heading for Las Vegas? Is that going to be their new home? And my special guests are Reggie Burton from Reggie Burton Communications. He used to do PR. He was the PR guy for the San Diego Chargers. And, of course, he's a Vegas icon, I call him, in the corporate world here in Las Vegas. And now he's at the helm of Reggie Burton Communications. And award-winning broadcaster Tony Cordasco is with us as well. UNLV alumni, and he's the play-by-play announcer for sports such as their football and basketball. Tony's also the former marketing director for Red Bull, and now he's the president of his own marketing firm, Cordasco Events. Everyone knows your name, especially for the people that in Vegas and from Red Bull. You were in charge of the marketing for Red Bull for 15 years?
In Vegas, 15 years. Opened the Las Vegas market,
and you got Red Bull into the casinos. It wasn't they wouldn't allow you to even have it before.
Yeah,
we got to get into more of those stories at another interview sometime, because I know that I hear there's plenty. There's a lot out there about these visits with Tony
for sure.
And then Reggie, I want to switch it over to you, and then talk about your incredible path here in Las Vegas. And the cool thing about knowing you, I've known you for so many years.
Yeah. You're probably going to lose some audience here. I want to hear more from Tony. Tony doesn't talk. Tony doesn't talk very much, so this is kind of cool.
I know.
He's the ultimate Vegas insider.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. No, your audience probably doesn't realize it's a huge honor for me to be here with Bart Torres. And because people don't realize we go way back to my days at Circus Vegas.
That's right. I saw you from a distance rise to the top. It's like, hi, is Reggie there? Oh no, he's no longer here. Now he's the VP of MGM. I'm going, oh, well, good for him. That's awesome. But you really did climb the ladder fast. It was MGM Resorts.
Mandalay
they were making
Resort
the merge.
Group. Started with Mandalay. And
you were part of all that merger.
Yeah.
And now, Reggie, for a moment, let's turn to the big news. Is it really going to happen?
The thing that everyone seems to be talking about, not just here in Las Vegas, but just around the country, which is the possibility of Las Vegas building this stadium, and the possibility of the Raiders coming here. And in full disclaimer, I'm a public relations alumni of the NFL. I work for the San Diego Chargers.
That's right. That's a huge mention. Yeah, you were doing that down there in San Diego.
Yeah, was very fortunate enough to be in the league for a few years, and went to a few Super Bowls. And I'm someone who would love to have a professional football team here, whether it's the Raiders or anyone else.
So long overdue.
It's so long overdue.
We're going to talk about all the details coming up. Tony Cordasco and Reggie Burton. Are the Raiders really headed for Las Vegas? You found the Las Vegas Connection. I'm Bart Torres on the Highway Vibe.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you is listening to the Las Vegas Connection with Bart Torres. And if you ain't doing it, then you're a dadgum communist and you need to leave the country. Get it done.
Right now, we're going to go back to my very special guest, Tony Cordasco. He's the owner of Dasco Events, and of course, everyone in Vegas knows Tony Cordasco's name, and really anyone in the sports world. He does all the play-by-play for UNLV, for basketball and football. And of course, we have Reggie Burton here, Reggie Burton Communications, former VP over at the MGM Resorts Group, and also, he did PR for the Chargers in San Diego. And so the big question is, are the Raiders really coming to Las Vegas? It's all the buzz, but is it really going to happen? And these are two guys that know their stuff very well. Tony, let's start with you. What do you think the odds are that this is going to happen? Because, every couple years, these cycles, you'll hear, we're going to get this team, and then all of a sudden it doesn't happen, and so is this one that stands out like is this the one that's going to happen?
I've just been watching to see, get a gauge of like what the owners are saying, about Las Vegas as a possibility. Jerry Jones is a huge cheerleader, around the stadium proposal for here, the move of the Raiders from Oakland to Vegas. And right now, I think the current count that I saw of owners who would probably give no votes was only like 3 or 4.
Oh, really?
And and I really do believe, I never thought that this was a leverage play for the Raiders. I just felt as though the time has come. We have a huge community, 42 million tourists that come to our city.
Yes.
That could support this. Now it's just a matter of getting all the dollars in place. The only people I feel that could mess this up is our own community, just as Mayor Goodman had said previously. We're just infighting or grandstanding, not coming up with the right terms, not figuring out how to get all the dollars, be it from room revenues and what have you, and then who's going to pay, for bulk of it. But I think it's the right time. Now, where do we put this stadium?
Right.
We need to get our ducks in a row before they can move forward. We really have to figure out where everything's going to fit in and come back with a concrete plan. But we need to move kind of quickly on this because the legislature would probably decide the next time that they're in session is in 2017. But we can have an emergency, legislative session here to decide everything and move quickly.
All right, let's hold it right there. More with Tony Cordasco and Reggie Burton coming up. Are the Raiders really coming to Las Vegas? And where's the stadium going to be? Keep it right here. You found the Las Vegas Connection. I'm Bart Torres on the Highway Vibe.
Yo, Tracy Morgan, you're listening to the Las Vegas Connection with Bart Torres, my man. 50 grand. Hey, Bart, don't spend it all in one place.
You found the Las Vegas Connection. I'm Bart Torres. What a surprise, the De Niro guy here in Vegas. But he's here with some nursery rhymes, I believe. And, it's interesting because they all come out of his black book. And for more on that, and the black book, which, of course, is something here in Vegas that is notorious, and I understand you have one. But for some reason, it seems like there's nursery rhymes or something in there.
Well, yeah, I got my little black book. There's a couple people in there that can't show their faces in certain places, but that's kind of a rhyme in itself. But I've got my black book, and I wrote down a couple of memoirs and some fun things. And I actually came up with a couple of wise guys' nursery rhymes that are inside that book.
Now, would it be too much to ask for you to share maybe one or two of those with us today?
Yes, it would be too much. But you know what? Today I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm going to do it just for you and your listeners. You want me to do it now?
Well, if it's now's as good a time as any, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do another one.
Okay, great.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard. For a bone, for a dog she did reach. She pulled out the bone. The dog said, Maron, I told you I wanted peppers and sausage.
Now, if you're not Sicilian and you don't quite understand but that's wise guy talk, isn't it?
A little bit.
More with the De Niro guy coming up right here on the Las Vegas Connection. I'm Bart Torres. welcome to the show. And if you just found us, tell your friends. You know, we just started a brand new YouTube channel. Check us out at the Las Vegas Connection channel. You can get not only this show, but all the latest entertainment updates, as well as our new podcast and audio and video interviews. Right now, we're featuring comedy great Sean Wayans. It was an awesome interview and really one of the greatest guys. You should check it out. Right now, we're going to go back to our special guest. We have Tony Cordasco here, broadcast icon. Of course, you've heard him on ESPN Radio, and he does all the play-by-play for UNLV for both basketball and football. We also have the great Reggie Burton, a Vegas icon in his own right, an executive that's worked for many great resorts. He is now at the helm of Reggie Burton Communications, an incredible marketing and PR firm. And the big question is, a lot of you have heard about it, all you sports fans out there, are the Raiders really coming to Las Vegas? And Reggie, I want to turn things to you right now. You know, with your background and what you know, what's your take on all this?
Based on my experience of working in the NFL and understanding their process and the history of the Raiders and all of that, you know, I'm skeptical by nature. And it's probably the journalist in me needing to ask questions and try to help better understand what the process is so that we have more of a realistic view of this. So what your audience should understand is this. The Southern Nevada Tourism Committee that's reviewing the proposals, they have until July 31st.
Okay, I was going to ask when
to present a proposal to Governor Sandoval, Brian Sandoval, Governor of Nevada, present him a proposal on how a stadium would be funded. But before we can even get to that, we don't even know where this quote-unquote proposed stadium will be.
That's my big question. Like, and I want you guys to, if you could, rattle off some of the thoughts on sites that I understand one thought might be right outside the windows here. They were talking about, but I don't know how
well,
that was just some rumor they got in the paper. I don't know.
You'd have 50-yard line seats from here. You know, they implode the Riviera and then put up the convention authority wants to put up all of its new convention space and build a stadium right here.
Tony, you could do play-by-play from here. You know, you could literally,
just give me the binoculars and we're good. We're ready to roll.
Yeah. You know, so there's a lot of questions that need to be discussed, and I think that's what the committee is going to do over these next few weeks.
More on the big question, are the Raiders really coming to Las Vegas? With Reggie Burton, thanks Reggie, and Tony Cordasco. It's all coming up. And also, Wise Guy Nursery Rhymes. Yeah, you're in for a very special treat.
Hi, this is Don Rickles. Listen to the Las Vegas Connection with Bart Torres. He's a wonderful artist. You ask him, he'll tell you. If you enjoy that kind of entertainment, listen to it, okay? He's a good guy. I don't even listen to it. What are you kidding?
Right now, you know, this is Vegas. Things aren't like they are in other places of the world. We've got a very special guest. In fact, I understand so it wasn't actually my doing, but he's going to be staying with us for the entire show. And I'm speaking of Robert, my good buddy. Haven't seen him in a while. Also known as the De Niro guy here in Vegas. How you doing, Robert?
Hey, what's going on, bud?
How are you, man?
Yeah, no, I'm good. About the time I finally showed up, I've been pretty busy.
Now, I have this demand letter, this note here, and it says that you want to perform would you call them rhymes? Or
They're Wise Guys Nursery Rhymes.
Wise Guys, okay, very good.
Because everybody's got little babies and kids, right? Well, for the most part.
Right.
And they have children, and they like to read them the nursery rhymes. Helps put them to sleep, makes them feel better about themselves. They don't have any scary dreams or nothing like that, no nightmares. So I came up with these wonderful nursery rhymes that I would tell to my own children.
Oh, very nice.
I'm going to do a couple of them for you right now.
Well, thank you.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Along came a wise guy who'd never been caught. He took Humpty's wallet and left him to rot.
Very positive. These are not with summer and the kids out there on the road now with the families. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do another one.
Okay, great. I mean, wait till we come back. We're going to hear more. Was that okay, Robert? We're going to hear more nursery rhymes with the De Niro guy when we come back. Wise Guy Nursery Rhymes at that. You can check him out at deniroguy.com. Stay tuned. I'm Bart Torres. We're going to go back to our very special guest on the big question. Are the Raiders, the NFL team, are they actually going to be heading for Las Vegas. And we're going to go to two foremost authorities on the subject. Reggie Burton from Reggie Burton Communications. Formerly, he did PR for the San Diego Chargers, and he's also a very well-respected corporate executive out here in Las Vegas. And Tony Cordasco, yes, the Tony Cordasco, broadcasting icon, does the play-by-play for football and basketball at UNLV, and he's UNLV alumni as well. So, Tony, let's sum it all up. Really, what's it going to take for this actually to happen? We've heard about this before. Sports, a professional sports team coming to Vegas, and then it never seems to happen. But this time, everyone seems to be saying the timing is right. So what's it going to take?
We can, as a community, with all of our government leaders, with all of the resources we have in the city, just figure out the funding, number one. Number two, UNLV has a site already for a football stadium. I don't know if now the Raiders are kind of shying away from that area, talking about putting it, in several places around the city, up and down the strip even. But everyone has to come together, and everyone has to be moving forward, on the same page. I think the entire community, there's still so many questions, and there's a lot of naysayers who really don't know all the facts. Right. So right now it's a matter of educating the community and letting everyone know that this is something that's going to create jobs, bring in more tourists. You're talking about 30, 40 more events in the city that would generate like 800,000 plus room nights.
Yeah, wow. I mean, when you think about, what it would bring to the city, that's really huge. I mean, it's beyond huge. We're going to have you guys back in the coming weeks, and thanks so much for being with us. We have Reggie Burton and, of course, Tony Cordasco. Great guests, and we're going to find out more information from them on Are the Raiders truly coming to Las Vegas? This just in, for visitors and tourists and locals alike that love to have, the opportunity to see a giant resort imploded. That hasn't happened in years. Used to be commonplace when they were clearing this strip for all the new mega resorts years back. But there is going to be a big explosion. Put this on your calendar. June 13th, they're going to be imploding the Riviera, the big giant tower. So not the entire resort, but the first implosion is going to happen June 13th. So gather around. It's like the atomic bomb they used to set off out in the desert out there, and everyone would sit around it, and then their skin would peel off. Yeah.